The Mod9 and the Mod9 Sk. Here's the long and the short of it. The full-size Mod9 is the quietest traditional size 9mm can we've ever tested, or I've heard to date. It's stunningly quiet, shockingly quiet. If a tree falls in the forest and no one is there to hear it, does it make a noise? Not if it has a CGS Mod9. It sounds the way you want a 9mm can to sound, absolutely exceptional. The Mod9 Sk is short, sleek, stealthy, and straight up sexy. On top of all that, it is surprisingly quiet for its size. I would say as a general rule, as long as you have a barrel of right about 4 inches, you should be hearing safe with this can. Now that's not a perfect rule, different hosts will have different results, but as a general rule, I'd say 4 inches is a good cutoff point. The Mod9 Sk is the size you would like all silencers to be. I would say the Mod9 Sk is hearing safe on just about any subgun you can come up with, like the MP5 Scorpion and even the Scorpion Micro. Most pistols will be good, so like a Dan Wesson Wraith, a Beretta M9A3, or the Glock 19X should all be hearing safe. When you get into the tiny little compacts like the Sig P365 XL with the shield threaded barrel, I'm gonna have to say probably not hearing safe. Looks cool as hell though. This brings up the question that haunts all suppressor purchasers. Do I want to be as quiet as possible or as compact as possible? This is a question only you can answer for yourself. Personally, I always put a premium on sound, and since I'm not kicking in any doors for a living, having a slightly larger suppressor to get the sound quality that I want isn't a big deal to me. But the easiest choice is both. I really like how CGS has set up the Mod9s. In the rear of the suppressor, you have the booster housing and then the first baffle or blast baffle, which is stainless steel. The remaining baffles are all aluminum, and this does several things. First off, it makes the entire suppressor very light. The full-size Mod9 weighs in at only 10 ounces, and the cute little Sk version weighs in at a mere 6.6 ounces. This also balances the weight very nicely for the shooter. What I mean by that is, since the booster assembly and the stainless baffle have the most weight and they are oriented closer to the shooter, with the lighter aluminum baffles at the end, it gives the suppressor a great balance. With the majority of the weight being closer to your hand, it makes the suppressors feel even lighter than they are, really becoming almost unnoticeable at the end of your pistol in the weight department. The Mod9 is kind of the evolution of the CGS Kraken. While I never got to shoot a Kraken, I always heard it was one of the most impressive 9mm cans. And now that I've shot the Mod9, I can see why so many people got excited about the Kraken. These cans really are amazing. The Mod9 measures in at 7.7 inches, the Mod9 Sk measures in at a mere 4.8 inches in length, and they both have a diameter of 1.37 inches. They utilize an updated version of the Orion baffle, and this does a couple cool things on top of sounding good. One, it makes the can a little easier to disassemble and clean, because the design of the baffle will keep most of the carbon contained and off the tube of the suppressor. Disassembly of the Mod9 is really easy. First of all, you just unscrew the booster housing pretty much like you do in any other pistol suppressor, and then you take this little tool called the master key that comes with the can and use it to unscrew the end cap. Then the baffles will pretty much just come right out. Due to the design of the Orion baffle, they should fairly easily come out and shouldn't get stuck to the outer tube. To reassemble the baffles, just make sure the stainless one will be closest to the shooter, and the rest of the aluminum baffles can go back in any order. Also, while you don't need to worry about alignment for sound reduction, CGS does suggest that by aligning the baffles, it will minimize point of impact shift. Let's talk about versatility for a second. I know what you're thinking, it's a 9mm can, how versatile can it be? Well, you may be surprised. The Mod 9 is of course meant for 9mm and sounds phenomenal, but it can also handle subsonic 300 blackout, and actually both the full size and the SK sound really good on a 300 blackout rifle. We also ran the Mod 9 a little on 9x39 while we were reviewing the Krebs Customs AK in 9x39, and it performed phenomenally well. I know some people out there are considering the Mod 9 as your first can and want to know about 22 long rifle. Here's the deal, the Mod 9 can suppress 22 because you can service the Mod 9, so this will work, you'll just have to clean it much more frequently. A little public service announcement here. Never run 22 through a welded 9mm can like the Silencer Co. Mega 9K. You'll turn it into a barrel extension and you'll have to find out how serious Silencer Co. is about all that warranty stuff. I'd always recommend getting a dedicated 22 can. CGS makes some really good ones, the Siren and the Hydra, but I know how it is when you're getting into suppressors, you need versatility first and diversity will come later. The Mod 9 is good to go on 22s, just be sure to keep it clean. Without further ado, let's hear how this thing sounds on some different calibers and hosts. All the subsonic 9mm in our testing is Ammo Inc. Stealth. That is the best subsonic 9mm that we have found. I really hope it came through in that demonstration, but the Mod 9 is phenomenally quiet. I also want to point out that it sounds amazing on 9mm. It also sounds really great on 300 blackout. And even the SK sounds good, and it is only basically the size of a large muzzle brake or a blast deflector. It even sounds really good with 22, but keep in mind you'll have to keep it clean, and most of the baffles are aluminum, so ultrasonic cleaners are going to be a no-go. There are some more features that add to the value of these suppressors. The serial number is now at the rear of the suppressor, so should anything misfortunate happen, it will be an easy repair and CGS can get you back up and running quickly and effortlessly. It might seem like a small thing, but I also really like that the Mod 9s ship in these SKB cases. Now it may seem like a stupid little thing, but I love this. This is actually a usable, durable case that I can get my suppressor to and from the range in, as well as store it in my safe. It also isn't a huge and useless cardboard box like most of the other suppressors come in. CGS also has a full lineup of accessories and adapters for the Mod 9, but another nice little touch is their 3-lug is extremely low profile and just gives those 3-lug guns an amazingly clean look when suppressed. So there it is, guys. That's the CGS Mod 9, and it is an amazing suppressor. Easily one of the best, if not the best, 9mm cans that we have reviewed to date. The only thing that could make it better would be a really great deal. Well, Shooting Surplus has you hooked up. Right now they have these cans at an amazing price that you will not believe, and you can save another 5% with the code AA5. I can tell you this, there's not a better 9mm can at a better price than this one right here. Guys, if you want to hear how good your suppressor can really sound, you need to be using stealth ammo. Stealth ammo is the quietest, most reliable subsonic ammo we have found. We have run it in a wide variety of hosts, and so far we haven't found anything that it didn't work with. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button right now. We have some really big reviews in the works that you won't want to miss. If you want to know what those reviews are and find out what we're working on in real time, follow us on Facebook and Instagram, and there you can see what's being reviewed way before it hits the YouTube channel. If you like what we're doing here and you want to help support Alabama Arsenal, the best possible way to do that is on Patreon. These videos are surprisingly expensive to make, and every little bit helps and is greatly appreciated. There's also gear available right below the video if you want to go out and represent. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching.
Hunter, this gun is tactical.
Okay.
It says it right on the side.
You try and carry it. Let me know how it goes.
Smell freedom.